The founder's identity crisis. We all have it. Let's get into it. You started your business for freedom, but somewhere along the way, it started to feel more like a job, something that you just almost can't stand anymore. And trust me, I know how that feels. And not just any job, but a job where you're the technician, you're the manager, you're the fire putter outer person, the janitor, the customer service rep, and the CEO all rolled into one. Now, if this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most founders accidentally build themselves into a business that they had no idea they were doing. You become the bottleneck, the operator, and the reason that things don't move unless you're actually the one moving it. And it's not because you're lazy, it's because you've never been told about the founder's identity crisis. So let's go ahead and fix that right now. And here's what I mean. Most entrepreneurs, they start in the technician role, and that's fine. Sometimes you're in that season where you got to get things going. And you're good at something. Maybe it's marketing, sales, fulfillment, real estate, whatever. Then you turn that skill into a business. But instead of building a system around that skill, they become the system. You become the system. Now you're working 60, 80-hour weeks in the business instead of on the business. You're just grinding away. And if you hire anybody, it's basically to move into the manager's identity, which sounds like progress. And actually, it's a tiny bit of progress until you realize that you're managing a bunch of people who still rely on you for every decision, every direction, every approval, and all problem solving. So instead of doing everything yourself, you're just babysitting. The identity that most people never reach is the architect. And this is the one that unlocks freedom. An architect doesn't just work harder, they design the business to work when they're not there. They don't ask, how can I do this better? They simply design the system that works when they're not there. An architect doesn't just work harder, they design the system that works when they're not there. And they don't ask, how can I do this better? They ask, how can I get this done without me? They don't micromanage people. They build accountability structures. They don't chase fires. That was the old me. They design systems that prevent fires. That's how I do things now, and you can too. This identity shift is the single most important transformation that you can make as a founder. And most people never make it because they don't even realize that they're stuck in the old identity. The first step is understanding that you're there. So that's why in my book, I included something called the Architect Challenge. It's a simple diagnostic tool that'll help you see which identity that you're operating from right now, to understand the mental models that's keeping you trapped, and shift into the role that actually gives you freedom. Because here's the truth: you can't delegate, automate, or scale properly from the wrong identity. It's completely impossible. It's like trying to redesign your house while you're still being the plumber and the electrician at the same time. It just doesn't work. You have to step back and you have to become the architect. So if this hits home, if you know that you've been stuck in this technician position or manager position, and again, we've all been there, so there's no shame in that. I've been there plenty of times. Then I want to give you a tool that changes all that. In my book, Buyback Time Formula, we're going to walk through this exact identity shift step by step. And it's not theory, it's the same transformation that I use to go from 80-hour plus work weeks to working less than 30 hours, some weeks not even working at all, while scaling revenue near $50 million. And you can get this book for free. Just cover shipping. Help me just pay for shipping. You're going to get a physical book that you can rip it apart, tear it apart, highlight, underline, underscore. You're going to reference this book time and time again. It's a physical book that you will hold in your hands, but you're also going to get the digital version free right away. No extra charge there. And you're going to be able to implement these things right away starting today. My recommendation, while you wait for your physical copy, just print the first chapter and start going crazy with it. This is going to change your life once you implement it. So grab your copy here. Again, just pay shipping, but otherwise it's free. Grab your copy at buybacktimeformula.com/YT book. Inside, you'll get the Architect Challenge, the Time Liberation Trifecta, some AI prompts, some team structure stuff that I use with 7, 8, and 9-figure founders. So if you're ready to stop being the bottleneck, if you are ready to build a business that grows without you, start with your identity. Go get your free book. Just cover the shipping. Buybacktimeformula.com/YT book. Go get it now. Like I said, you'll get the digital version instantly while you wait for the physical. Print out chapter 1 if you have to. Rip it up, tear it apart. Start implementing this stuff and gain your freedom right now. And one thing I hardly ever talk about, but Imagine once you implement these things into your business, you're going to step out from doing the day-to-day stuff. And if you ever plan to sell your business down the line, any new business acquire is going to want to know, does the owner or the founder need to be part of this business ongoing? And if the answer is no, it's going to make it even more attractive and even more valuable. I've already experienced this and I want you to experience it as well. So go grab your free book, just pay shipping, and I'll see you on the inside.